Family members, welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's so great to have you here. If you're new, you're welcome. We love you. If you are a bona fide member, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I mean, I literally get prompts every day that there's a new subscriber, somewhere. Even, on old videos, past videos, I'm getting notification that, oh, somebody just commented, somebody just liked, and I'm like, what? How did I get blessed with this amazing set of humans? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I'm so grateful. And so today is another episode on our Love Corner. Another episode on love G's or love stories. Like, I love love stories, especially the ones written by God. And I mean, I don't shy away from it. I love love stories. I love to see, couples share the story, tell the story of, how they found the one, how they went through the process so that, single people like us can learn. Yeah, really. I love it when people share their stories, especially when it has to do with love, because again, there's been a lot of bad stories, sad stories, so to say. But then if we have the good ones, the happy ones, why don't we tell them, right? So that's basically what we are doing today. I have this amazing couple. I have this beautiful, lovely couple. I mean, the wife is my friend. I only got to know the husband, when I, knew that, oh, my friend was getting married. And, I saw the pictures and I'm like, oh, Lord, these guys are just so cute. They're so beautiful together. They're really, really so beautiful together. And I'm so excited that they even, agreed to do this. I'm really, really so happy. I'm grateful to them, to God and to them. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, I have the Akerele is here. So Mr. and Mrs. Oluranti Akerele introducing, ladies and gentlemen, them. Okay, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'm going to bring them up in a minute, and I'm going to begin to ask them questions about how it's been so far being married. They recently got married, it's not been too long. And so most importantly, they're going to be telling their story from the angle of, God's leading and, God's love towards them. And that's what I really want everybody to learn from this, because I read their story, I've read it on some sites and some blogs, and it's just so unique in its own way, it's so unique in its own way. And that's to also say that every one of us have, we have our unique stories, and it's the part of you embracing your own story and, making the most out of your story. Ladies and gentlemen, with a standing ovation, please sit down. This is the time where you want to grab your, your popcorn, your coffee, your chin, something to munch, because you know how we do it. You know how we do it, yeah. You know how we do it, yeah. You know how we do it. You know how we do it on this channel. So invite your friends, invite your family, invite everyone you need to watch this episode. Let them know that we have dropped another one. We invite everyone you need to invite to watch this episode. Singles to Pringle. Can I see your hand right there? Can you wave to the Lord? You can wave to the Lord. Okay, I just want you to learn from this story. I want you to also know that God still leads his children. God really, really still leads his children. So just in case you're there and you're wondering, oh, when is it going to be my turn? When is it going to be my turn? Don't worry, calm down. Your own is coming. Yours is coming. It will reach everybody. You understand? Okay, guys, let's dive right into it.
Hey, audience.
It's all right, audience. Go ahead, sir.
I'm an art director at an advertising agency in Nigeria. I've been in advertising for some years, 6, 7 ish.
Wow.
And
wow, amazing. It's great to meet you. Thank you so much for taking out time out of your busy schedules. Thank you. Auntie Mary, over to you.
Mary Akerele.
I love that.
What do I do? I'm an accountant by profession, a budding beta analyst, and what else? They are fashion designer by hobby or by chance.
I know, like I don't even think you still have time for your fashion design. Do you still make dresses?
No. Like I've not made a dress. God knows how long. My mom.
I know, mom made your wedding dress. I saw the wedding dress and I'm like, wow, this is so gorgeous. I'm going to put a picture right there. By the time I finally put this out. Well done, and congratulations also, on your wedding. Congratulations. I saw the pictures, I saw the videos, and I'm like, this is what we are talking about. Very exciting couple. How did you guys pull up that level of excitement? First off, I think we should start from there. Because, we see a lot of weddings, especially in our church, you know what I'm talking about. And on the wedding day, the groom is looking so glory. You're like, brother, smile now, smile for camera. You cannot see the smile. The wife is also looking sad, as if they are forced to come and get married. How are you able to keep up with that level of excitement on your wedding day?
Okay, I think, for me, of course, I'm a storyteller. Other than design, I also write. I try to write amazing stories when I can, or every time I can. So I wanted to see it as I communicated it to her too, that I want to approach it from a storytelling point of view, right? Where we tell our own story in our own unique way. And one way to do that is, of course, through every sort of media we can, from the website to pictures to videos, even starting from teasers and all of that for the eventual review. So from a storytelling point of view, I just wanted to create a memorable event altogether, not just plan a wedding, but tell a story to inspire everybody that across. And that's why one key thing was during the hashtag design, actually, or communication. I think it was the RM story.
Yeah.
So for me, it was not just a wedding; it was a story, actually. So I wanted that to be communicated every sense of the way.
Oh, it was not just a wedding; it was a story. Single to Pringle, you people should bring your handkerchief because Mr. Auntie is already dropping the lines. It's not just the wedding; it's about the story. I love it perfectly. I love it, and sincerely, it worked. It worked because for those who probably followed it, right from the very beginning, or from the very point, you guys began to release the pictures. I'm like, even the photo shoot, I'm like, Akilo day. People will come and tell us how you planned everything in this episode. So now let's rewind. What year did you guys meet? First, like the year you saw her first, or the year you saw him first?
No, it was not assumption.
All year was that? Do you remember?
13, yeah. I was going to 2013, yeah, 2013. I recall. I saw
in June.
Yeah, mid-year 2013 in church.
Yeah, at camp, not just church, camp.
No, I'd seen you at.
Okay. Oh yeah, sorry.
So
I saw the story. 2013. Wow.
Yeah, so I saw her in church first, actually. I think it was, I don't know if it was 2013 or 2012, right? Like I wrote in my
website,
story.
Yeah, the story.
Website where they did workers induction, and then they just called her name. And for some weird reason, I just looked up and I saw her, and I was like, okay, this girl looks very small.
What kind of reaction is that?
They call you on stage and then this girl looks very small.
And I just saw her chan to the stage. And then I was wondering that for some weird reason, I wrote that down in my jotter. Because I like till today, I don't know why. I don't know why. Because first of all, she was not the only person they called on stage the other day. I think they called a good number of them, almost 20. But I just wrote out our own name. I still have that jotter till date. So I wrote it down, and then fast forward to I think 6 months later, or maybe the next year, then I now saw her at camp. So she was sitting adjacent to me. So I looked at her. I was trying to recall if I'd seen this face somewhere before, right? That's at DFCC now, or Lagos Ibadan Express camp. So I was thinking I'd seen this face before. I was trying to recall where exactly, but I couldn't just place. So I think that was the first day. It was a 2-day camp. The second day, she started at almost exactly the same place. And I kept looking at her. I was trying to be sure.
Yeah, I was just going to touch
you were just innocent. I know, right?
Yeah,
you were just innocent. Wow. Continue.
Then I think our eyes jumped a couple of times, and then she became aware that I was looking at her. But
Mary like, no, bro, my eyes did not jam your eyes. Our eyes did not jam.
You're counting that jamming. Yeah, I was not looking.
Anyway, yeah. So I think on the second day, which is happened to be the last day, she was packing chairs with her friends. Yeah, and then. So after the camp, we asked to park chairs in the main auditorium for safekeeping or something. So she was parking chairs to the camp with like 2 of her friends, Milera and what's that? Kemi. Yeah. So in the middle while they were parking chairs, I saw her. I said, okay, this is a good chance. So I walked up to her. And then,
so let me. I don't know if I should cut in there. For some weird reason, I don't know. I was alone at that point. Usually, like you hardly find me alone. I'm always with my friends. And really, we were packing the chairs together. Because I actually remember this part talking about. We were packing the chairs together, all my friends. Like we're all moving together in group after the whole program and everything. Well, at the point where I came, I was alone. In fact, I think I was even looking around. Where are these people? Like, where is everybody? Why did everybody just disappear all of a sudden? And then somebody came.
He came.
Yeah, so continue your story.
Yeah, so I just saw her, she was alone, and I walked up to her and I asked her if I could talk to her, and then she said, "You're already talking." I was like,
that's rude. Okay. That's rude. Really rude. How dare you tell a brother that? How do you say that?
But he was already talking now. I mean, you came to me like, can I talk to you? Like,
how did you feel with that reaction? How did you feel? Honestly.
So, for me, it was very jarring because I didn't expect it actually. But for some reason, I liked it.
Single brothers, when she gives you a response that, you know, normally you don't want to like, but it's daring and you like it, that's a green light right there.
For some reason, thinking about it now, I actually liked it. And then, of course, like I said, it was jarring and it was daring too. But I mean, I like very confident people actually. So not like I started liking it there and then actually, but I just felt okay. This girl sounds very interesting. And then, but for the first seconds after that, I just muttered a few words. And then she said she was going to go and drop the chairs. I was like, okay. I carried some chairs and then walked together to some, I think 5-10 minutes walk away from where we were to drop the chairs. And then we talked. I think we spoke for a bit, but I can't recall if we exchanged numbers, but I know we did not actually. But we talked and then we carried another round and then we came back and then everybody now went.
So it now became the 2 of you carrying the chairs. Where were our friends? All of a sudden they just disappeared. Our God is a miracle worker. Wow.
Anyway.
So
so that's about.
When did you now meet again, like to exchange contact, and then you now began friendship?
Oh yeah. So from our conversation, we found out that we actually. So me, I walked up to her because, like I said, I'd seen her earlier in school. But when we now talked, then I realized that she's actually like I saw her, right? So we realized that, okay, we're in the same school after, and we're in the same DLCF. So in the same fellowship. So I think we just said we'll meet in school anyway. So we now met in school a couple of times, then we exchanged numbers, and then we got talking.
I see. Hallelujah. DLCF. There's this slogan, saintly scholars or saintly intellectuals or something. I've forgotten how they say it. So that time that we will be coming to fellowship, we'll be coming to come and worship the Lord. One brother Oluranti is also coming to fellowship, coming to serve the Lord. But at the end of the service, he will not be waiting for Sister Mary. Hey, all of you. So Mary, so when you gave him that kind of response, so after that time, and then you later met in school, exchange contact, I definitely know that we now became friends, talking and relating and all that. At what point did you really get to know that, okay, this person may be the one I'm going to get married to, or is going to be the one I'll get married to?
At what point? That did not happen years ago. Okay, this is 2022 already. That did not happen until 2019.
Wow, are you serious? 2019? Because I was trying to calculate from 2013. Okay, let me say, okay, you guys became friends in 2014. And are you saying there was no conversation of?
No, we became friends in 2013, actually. We continued the friendship in that 2013. But just friendship all through. But when I knew that he was going to be my husband, it was 2019, officially.
So what happened between 2013 and 2019? You friend-zoned this brother. Is that it? You friend-zoned this brother.
I think we friend-zoned each other. I think we actually friend-zoned each other. A lot actually happened, though. If I'm being sincere, a lot happened. We went on from being friends to almost in a relationship, but it didn't work. We're just basically on friends level for the whole time. To be sincere, I was in another relationship towards the end of school. He was in a relationship too, but we were friends. We remained friends, actually. We were quite close. Yes, we were quite close. Actually. But we didn't think of it. We didn't think of marriage. We didn't think of anything like that for each other. Until 2019. And he was the one that came to me.
Hey, our God is a miracle worker. Hey, where are all these single people? I hope you are listening now. All the people you are friend zone. I'm not saying anything. No, I'm just saying that it may be. Look at the story of Mary. It may be you. Stop friend zoning everybody. So wait, so you were in a relationship that probably didn't work out and all that, and then at the end of the day, you had to say, okay, you know what, I'm letting go of these other relationships and all. Now, before the time, you guys were friends, right? You were quite close, like you said. Did it cross your mind, okay, that it could be this guy? You know what I'm asking, right? So for ladies, we have people that we are friends with. We know we are close with them and all that, but somehow we probably just feel like, no, this one is just my friend. It can't be. But again, somehow, it's possible we begin to nurse the thoughts, maybe something happens, maybe you notice a particular character in him or something, and then you probably feel like, well, it may be the one, well, maybe what is saying. Did you really get to that point before he even now came? Oh, you are back. Welcome. Before he now came to, tell you what his intentions are.
If I say I didn't think about it, then I'll be lying. So I thought about it, but it didn't settle with me at the time, right? I didn't dwell on it. I just thought about it as, okay, he's my very good friend, or he was my very good friend at the point. He was very close, and he was, okay, actually. But I thought of it like once I don't know. I didn't it didn't settle with me basically because maybe I had my eyes on other people. Let me put it like that.
Mary, you need to see the way your husband is reacting behind you. He's giving you some eyes like,
no, but you made me like check the problem with you. Yes, I know.
Well, I like that back place.
Let's say it like
right? Oh yeah, continue. I want you to learn.
no, but sincerely, I had my eyes on other people. At a point, I was even praying and seeing someone else, and I thought it has to be this person from school, all those kind of things. And then it was as if what I was looking for in Sokoto was inside my Sokoto. It didn't just cross my mind as that for a long time. I don't know, maybe because he was also in a relationship at the point. And me too. I cannot sit down and be waiting that, okay, this person that's in a relationship, the person that I now want.
Yeah, you can't be praying that he is going to break up in the relationship, but the relationship will not work. I get it.
So I had my eyes on other people, but then it's like my eyes were not seeing well. Because I had to open my eyes for me, to see. I had like when it became real, although it was at the point where you already came to ask me to. I'm still talking about where before you came to ask me. But it's trying to remind me of when you already came to ask me, and then I was not confused.
Because you had other options, yeah?
What? No, I had other options. No, at this point it was one other option. I'd come out of the other relationship. It was already clear that relationship wasn't going to work. In fact, that other relationship, I knew that it wasn't going to work. I still took head as the coconut head that we have. I already knew it was not going to work, and it wasn't the one for me.
Are you serious?
Why not? I just let him just try. But God still pulled me out and told me, when I tell you something, you stay there and listen to what I'm telling you. That kind of thing. Because at the end of the day, it's not them serve breakfast. But that one is but okay. So at the point where he now came to ask, and I was like,
Wait. Before we come to him asking, because I need you to tell me how he asked, right? How did he ask? Because this is somebody you've been friends with, for a while. And all of a sudden, there's going to be a, tweak to that friendship to say, okay, you know what, let's take it to another level. Plus, this is probably somebody you were not expecting the question from. How did it happen?
So from my own point, I was already at the point of, praying and, just open to God. And somehow I was already seeing signals, and I was already seeing that our friendship is becoming tighter and tighter.
Tighter.
Focus and all of that. So I was already seeing the signs that there's interest coming somewhere. I'm a girl, so I can tell.
Oh, this sounds like we're not having to be serious.
I'm a girl, I can tell.
I support you. Yeah, a lot of ladies can tell, actually. Yeah.
Yes. I know that we're not blind, we're not deaf. So again, okay, there's a mutual friend we have, a female friend that we have, that I came to him telling me one time that, okay, I think she just asked me one time that, how far you and Roti now? And I'm like, what are you saying? Yeah, Roti Bawo, Joe, please,
Joe.
Nothing, no. So that one registered in my mind that, why is this person asking me both of me and Roti? That was like the first, how would I say it, open from that kind of thing. So somehow it started registering in my mind until the day I said, okay, now he has something to tell me, or we need to talk.
Okay.
I know when they start to talk.
Pause. When you hear we need to talk, I know the conversation is not just a casual conversation.
So, anyways, I remember then I was praying for my exams. I prayed for my exams. I was actually eye campaign. So he asked and told me that okay, well, this is what he feels.
But then I sent
Food. Yes, I was. I was writing eye card. What did I say it now? He ordered food for me for a week at my lecture center. At my lecture center.
You were chopping free food for 1 week.
Chop up. Chop up. Anyway, he just says to me, I'm like, okay, this nice, okay, no problem. Me, every day they will bring the food for me, I will collect, I will eat. Until the day now finally talked that okay, he has prayed and then what it feels like. It feels like we're not supposed to just be friends and our relationship is like meant to be something that we have refused to see since all these years, or that we have chosen to ignore since all these years. I was like, eh? Anyway, my answer to him that day, I remember when, you know what, I'm writing exams now, I can't even, or I'm preparing for exams, I can't do it yet. So can we like wait till later after my exams, then can come back to this topic? Meanwhile, I'll also be praying while we are waiting till that time. So that was how we asked, actually.
Okay. Let me pause you there. Let me pause you. Back to you, Mr. Oluranti. So you were busy ordering food for a single sister for free food for 1 week. What were you expecting? No. What came into your mind when you were ordering food? I've never heard of this one before. Single brother, you will not be learning cues now. You won't be learning.
Anyway, so well, I think that week was right now. I think leading up to the she had been at the tutorial center for a while. But the week leading up to the exam, I just felt okay, let me subscribe as it were for 1 full week of food for her, right? And I actually decided to actually talk to her about the relationship or about taking the friendship further at that point because okay, so for what it's worth, I'm actually a bit of a bookworm. So I read somewhere that research has it that if you're in love, your memory is very sharp, and then you tend to pass exams very well. So so I was not sending food.
Wait, Mr. Oluranti, please come over that research topic again. That research sentence. Please say it again.
So, like I said, research has it that when you are in love, all your memories are very active and alive.
Are you sure that research though?
Wow. No, it may be true. Yeah. No, it may be true because you know what love does to you now. Maybe you say, look now. Look where you fall in love. You say, see now. You know what you just
So the reason they gave is that so actually you can be distracted. But the reason they gave while it might work very well for you is that you remember things. Especially if you are studying for a course where your partner gives you one very nice dress, you almost remember everything around that course because you're reading at that point. So for you, and of course it releases good hormones in your brain. So of course it's unless otherwise if
what an amazing discovery. What an amazing discovery. So it's possible that those who have been failing their exams are maybe not in love. They are probably not happy.
I didn't say man, not let me talk.
They are sad.
Let me talk.
Continue.
Anyway, yeah, so I just felt okay, it would be nice to pay for, and I just went to IG. Of course, this is I saw one food vendor. I paid for 1 week straight, deliver every day to our exam, to our tutorial center, and that was it.
Did she know the food was from you?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. So before you came, I asked her what happened between the time you met her, and then you now became friends to 2019, because she was like, this, all marriage thing or marriage conversation actually started in 2019. So I'm like, the whole period. I mean, it's years, long years, Seth, not even just 2 years or 3 years. What happened? You were in relationship, yes, fine. But did it cross your mind, even in the relationships you were at the time? Did it cross your mind that this babe or this my friend, this girl that I'm close to, will eventually be the person I'll get married to?
Okay, so a bit of background or throwback. So when we first met, right, we were very good friends. But like at that point, I was in a relationship anyway, so there was only a limit to how friendly I could be with her. But we vibed very well, and then we had some very interesting shared values, right? So it was just that, yeah. Then so to your question, what happened between that first time and when we eventually started, being an item. We're just friends, really. For the most part, where we didn't even know, but we're building blocks for our marriage or relationship now, actually. So it turned out to be that, we're, ticking all the boxes, laying the foundation. Of course, God, actually, God, of course, as we were just ignorantly being friends, God has his own way of, doing these things. So one thing I always pray right from when I was very little was God should order my steps. Anything I'm doing or anything I'm saying, wherever I'm, even in all my relationships, it's very simple. If it's not meant to be, just start tight. No matter how tightly I hold it to my chest, it's not meant to be, just start tight, right? And then, of course, God will always be very faithful if you are choose to walk in His steps, right? So, through those two, I was in two relationships in the meantime, anyway. I think for like a year, we didn't talk. There was a gap year we had where our friendship was on full halt. Yeah, so we had a huge gap year, almost I think a year or a year and a half. We didn't talk. It was like Matthew and Malachi. What's that last verse in the Bible? Right?
Yeah, God, right.
Malachi and Matthew. Yeah, where God did not talk to anybody for 400 years. That kind of thing. So we had a gap year. So we had a gap year where friendship was on hold, everything. Like we didn't even talk, we didn't communicate for some weird reason. And I think so she went to say firstly. Secondly, it was so bad that we lost contact, actually.
Yes.
Wow.
We lost contact. She didn't have my number anymore. I didn't have her number. So at that point, I lost my phone. And then I was working somewhere where I retrieved it, but I didn't have all my numbers back. I don't know who I could ask. Like, anyway, we shall lost contact until for some one day like that, a number just called me. I was like, okay, who is this person? Where they get my number from? This is a new number, right? And then turned out to be her. I really was very happy, but I couldn't talk much then. Then later at night, around this time, around like 7, or when I got back home from office that day, we spoke very well, very well. We caught up on a lot of things, and from then on, we caught up. Yeah, we came back like we never left, right? So up until when we started getting serious to be an item. So then I was just second relationship at the time, and then for some reason it also broke off. So I was like, you know what? At this point, I don't wash my hands.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing again.
I don't wash my. I don't have any commitment.
Wait, were you served breakfast or you were the one that served somebody breakfast? What happened?
Who was
the server?
And I ate it hook, line, and sinker. I swallowed like this. Put mommy see. You get. I swallowed and I drank cold pure. I drank cold pure water with it. Anyway. Anyway, so I just told myself, I told God that make everybody get that. Not do again. Bye everybody. So, but of course, like I said, God has a way of monitoring your steps, and you just never can tell where the next step would be. But then again, I just kept very plain and platonic with her and everybody else around, right? Up until so of course our relationship was growing our friendship was growing in leaps and bounds. We hung out a couple of times. We call more often than any other person. So I was just like, okay, this special person, until I think I had a dream at some point. Okay, I think I was praying one night actually, and then before I slept, and then for some weird reason I woke up at like 3 a.m. or 2-ish, and then my phone was playing this song, Spirit Lead Me Where My Trust Is Without Borders. So I don't know why, because I didn't play it before I slept, but my phone was playing it legit. Like, I don't know how that came to me. I didn't play it before I slept. Maybe my best guess is that my man rolled on it and then he went to music player and searched for the song and played it. That's my best guess. And that's how far logical I can think about it. So that night I prayed and I slept off, and then I woke up like 3 a.m. to stop. Or first of all, I was hearing the song as I was waking up. That so I was wondering that who is playing the song in the room. It was one of my little cousins that was just staying in the room that year. I was wondering who is playing this song. I thought it was my phone. I said, okay, how did this song come out to be? Then I posted it. Of course, I was praying, for relationship, guidance, and leading and stuff, right? But of course, it was a very generic song. Spirit leading my trust without borders. Blah blah blah. Who will be the person? Where spirit they lead me? Where the trust? Make the best.
To the exact person. I don't want to be led astray.
It's just the spirit, the spirit. Where? Okay, I achieved. I did fingers crossed until I think much later. I think a few days later or a week later, and I was dreaming. So I've always had this flair for public speaking, and then I always dreamt of talking to a large gathering of people on a large audience, and anything at all, including hosting events or life coach or seminar, anything public speaking. Yeah, I've always loved it. Whenever I really got extensive chance to, I think just once or twice when I was in school. But I think that night I dreamt about, I was in main or the Unilag. There's this auditorium we have Unilag. So I was just in front of it, and then I was coming to climb on stage to say something, right? I think I was a panelist, actually, if I can recall correct. So the MC or the host called my name and read my citation and all of that, and then he called me to the stage. So as I was about to talk, I took the mic. This was in the dream. He took the mic and then said, "He's also here with his beautiful wife." He mentioned her name, right? And then in the audience, she waved, and the camera panned to her and it was showing on the screen too, and everybody clapped. So that was when I saw that. And I woke up. I'm like,
this is where the spirit is leading me to.
Yeah, the thought without border. Okay. Yeah. But I was actually jarring. It was jarring. Not like I wasn't expecting anyway. Funny enough, humanly speaking, I already like that, actually. I'll be very contrary. I already like that. But of course, at that point, which of course could be just about the final relationship before you get married. At that age, you don't want to make any mistake at that point. So I was very, very hesitant, So when I had the dream, I was like, okay, let's see how this one pans out. For some reason, I didn't do anything about it. I just kept it okay, but it was in my mind anyway. Until I think a friend of mine, so I have a mutual friend, she spoke of earlier. She now spoke to me about her. That's my wife now. I was telling me that
send you a picture.
Oh, she sent me a picture. Yeah.
No, so we should bless that friend. We should bless that friend. What a good friend. Single ladies are made. If you don't have friends like that, or yours is your case, you should be having friends that will be connecting you with prospects, potential people. Wow.
You not remove this thing that's your eyes and look at yourself.
Now, in case you might not be seeing well, but your friends might be seeing well on your behalf. Wow. No. We should salute this friend. Wow.
So shout out to you, this friend. I don't know if you want to be mentioned, but anyway. So I think one Saturday like that, she went for a wedding, and then she was at the wedding. She took a picture with one of our friends, a male, one guy like that, and then. The guy is getting married soon. Wow, she took a picture with him, and it was a very good picture, good shot. I would not even lie, it was a very good shot. And she sent it to me, not she. The friend sent it to me. That friend sent it to me, and she captioned it, "Going."
Are you serious?
And I was like, okay. So it dawned on me that, like I always tell people, opportunities don't always sit around for you forever.
Open your eyes, shine your eye.
Even though God has, designed your path for you, it's still the holds on you to take the first step. So just told myself that this one, I'm not gonna let them pass. Nah, no. So I now seized the opportunity in my own hand, and of course, I started actively planning towards it and all of that. And it just remains okay to talk to her. At that point, we're very good friends. We just sat down and we talked about a lot of things, and then I slotted in relationship inside it.
Correct.
She was like, oh, okay.
Correct.
I don't know if it was
sharp guy. Correct.
I just said it. I just said it in a way that makes you no reason I'm too much, but just go and think about it first. So I just dropped the seed. Just sow the seed. Yeah. Okay.
That's a key right there.
I said that okay, this is what I'm thinking. I don't know what you're thinking, but take all the time in the world. Go and think about it. That's what I just said. I just changed topic immediately. Lock up. That was it.
Yeah.
Wow. No, we really need to salute that friend, really, because so she spoke to him, she spoke to you individually, and you know that could be God using. In fact, not even could. That was God using that person to help you to probably, see clearly and act fast. So I feel like in this marriage, in this conversation of marriage, another thing a lot of people should, pay attention to is spiritual alertness, right? How alert are you to the promptings, the leadings, right? How fast are you to decode? Even when God is saying this is it, can you see what God is showing you? How alert are you to the signals, the signs, the leadings, the cues? How fast are you to decode these things? I mean, it's very important. Thank you so much for sharing that, Mr. Rotti. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I love that so when you finally, got the leading to say, okay, this is, she might be the one, she's the one and all that. You didn't, waste time. Even though you're there, you said, I'm watching my hand, I don't want to go into relationship again. Somehow, you still had to give this an exception, and then you went for it. I think that's God right there. And like you said, the Spirit has led you to where your heart is without borders. Hey, hallelujah. Hallelujah, somebody. So let's talk about, during the courtship. How long did you guys court for? I mean, did you even do courtship? Because again, you guys have been friends. Please, what exactly is the courtship period for again? To think you have been friends for years. What are you doing? Yeah, I know. So did you go through the 6 months courtship? It was 6 months, or was it more than 6 months?
6 months. Yeah.
6 months. So what are you talking about in the 6 months? Because I'm asking, you guys have been friends. You practically or technically know a lot about each other, So what are the conversations like?
Well, they were like important conversations we had. I mean, we were friends, but we did not see ourselves getting married, so we did not have the conversations intending couples would have, So it was at the point where we finalized and decided, okay, this is it. We are going to
started. Okay, so let's do something. Could you probably give us some topics that intending couples should talk about? What topics? Say the 5 most important topics for you that maybe intending couples, people who want to get married, should talk about.